What is up, Shredmeisters? Today I'm here to talk to you about the DoD Grunge pedal down here. This pedal is freaking awesome. I've been using it for the last couple weeks just to practice, and it just has a great sound to it. I have quite the history with this pedal. I bought this pedal because when I was in high school, I was practicing for a talent show that I would later on chicken out with, sadly. But luckily for me, it taught me a huge life lesson to just never submit in the face of fear. And it has taught me just to go balls in on whatever I'm doing. But the thing with the grunge pedal was, one of my friends borrowed the grunge pedal from one of our surrounding neighbors, and he was playing Pantera 5 Minutes Alone. And that song is really bad. It has a lot of balls to it. It has a lot of character to it. So he wanted to borrow the grunge pedal from one of my neighbors, and he let him borrow the grunge pedal. And sadly, by the end of the talent show, somebody stole the grunge pedal. We still do not know to this day who stole the grunge pedal, but it has been a long time since then, and I just decided, hey, you know what, I'm gonna buy this grunge pedal because I've got a show now on YouTube and I wanna freaking show this pedal off because it's so good. DoD pedals in general are just really good. I've never played a DoD pedal that I haven't really liked. Back in the 90s, they were a cheaper alternative to the Boss pedals, and they're really well made. To be honest, they sound just as good as Boss pedals a lot of times, and they're really built to take a beating as well. Back to the grunge pedal has pretty much all of the gain you would ever need. It has such an enormous amount of saturation to it that it could be really thought of almost as a metal pedal instead of just a grunge pedal. You could basically play death metal with this if you wanted to, especially when you add an overdrive on top of the grunge pedal. It just has that much gain to it. It's really saturated and full sounding. It doesn't have a mid control to it, but it has a nice low and high sensitivity to the tones, and you can really dial in your tone really well. I find myself pushing more on the low end than the high end because they have such a sensitivity to the high end that you can really get a really bitey tone out of it if you just dial it too much to the right, too far. And so I generally like to keep the high somewhere between 9 o'clock and 12 o'clock and the low between 12 o'clock and 2 o'clock. Just to get that sweet spot of a nice metal sound to it. You can even get a nice grunge sound to it if you want. It just is a great saturated heavy guitar tone in my opinion. And the grunge knob itself, I generally just keep it dimed because it just sounds so good dimed. At 12 o'clock you can get a nice DS1 type sound to it, like a DS1 maxed out. If you just want that full grunge, almost death metal sound, just dime the thing. And lastly, they have the loud knob, which is basically the volume. As long as you have the distortion where you want, the volume really doesn't matter too much. It just comes down to how loud you want the effect to be. The pedal itself comes in a really cool case. It's got this purple, almost rock type of look to it. It has some strange type of concrete / rock type formations in it that really just make it look really weird and just out there, which is what I really like about it. I'm really into pedals that just are strange and they just do not look like they match convention whatsoever. If you're in the market for a distortion pedal that's just overall good and will just hit every mark on the gain spectrum from grunge to heavy metal, whatever that is, this pedal will do all of that stuff and more. You can find these really cheap on eBay, and they're really worth the investment if you can just get one. If you have any suggestions on gear you want me to review, leave a comment below. If it's in my budget, or if I can find somebody to borrow this gear from, I will definitely do these reviews for you. Thank you. So enough of that crap. Let's hear what this baby sounds like. Okay, this is the clean channel with nothing on it. And this is the clean channel with the grunge pedal on. hear what this sounds like with an overdrive boosting this.